Welcome back everyone. So today we'll just do a quick install guide on a front and rear dash cam in a 2023 plate Audi A3, but it'll work exactly the same for the S3 and the RS3 of the same year. As always, I will keep it as simple as possible, using the minimum tools as possible, and I'll put a link in the description to the items and stuff that I'm using. But yeah, let's just crack on. Yeah, so today we're going to use is the Nextbase 222XR camera. It's front and rear. Obviously, I do like Nextbase. I think they're great value for money, and I've never had any issues with them. As always, I will be using the Nextbase hardwire kit, and with it you will need a little micro SD card. This one's a 128 gigabit. Again, this is a deal at the moment. I have got some good deals on Amazon. I will put the links in the description with the discounts in there as well. For the whole bundle, it was it's about £150 at the second, so it is really cheap. Most of the times, most of the shops I've seen around here, the camera alone is going for like £180, so it's a good little deal. So obviously with that kit, you've got your front camera, which I can't find it now. It's got his little magnetic base, so it means that when the camera's on you can get a little case for it and take the camera off. You've got the rear camera, the cable that goes between the two cameras, and then obviously with us, get the power cable out in a minute. The power cable just sits into the side of the window mount, and the cable for the other camera sits on the side of the camera. But what I'll do first of all, as always, is I'll stick both the cameras where I want them, and then go and sort out the wiring from there. So with the front camera, as always, I've tucked it up right behind the rear view mirror. That way it's out of your eyesight when it's on in the front, and I will show you the back one. And then the back one's on obviously on the rear glass. This is being the hatch. Obviously the cabling is going to have to come through the car. So what I've done, I've attached the cabling. So with the cable gaiters, you've got 1, 2, 3 clips, and if you look on here, you've got one. Oh, let's try and get it in focus. See if you've got the 3 squares. Obviously that's where the tabs are. 1, 2, 3. What I do, pop the side ones off first. It's got the little hinge at the bottom, and then the top one pops it off, same as the other one. I'll just show you the inside. With this rear panel, just use a panel tool as always. You've got a couple of clips, just leave them down gently. You see where the grommet comes through there. I'm just going to wire the cable in. I'm going to tuck the cable in underneath here. I'll just switch it round. Just pull back the rubber door gaiter and tuck it underneath the roof liner. Try and get it as high as possible on the centre bit because of the side curtain. Run it along, and then along the top to the camera, and then I'll show you where I'll do the power cable. With the power cable, what we're going to do, run it up, tuck it behind this bit. As always, just tuck it in behind the roof liner. You can pull this trim out just using your panel tool. And then rubber door gaiter just comes off, moves out, run it down that gaiter, and then when we get to this part, I will show you that bit in a second. What we do is follow the cable all the way down here, and then we get to this side panel. As always, panel tool in the gap, and it just hooks at the front like so, clips at the back, and then basically what we're going to do there, what you can see there is the glove box. So we top the glove box down. On the glove box, it has got this cover which has got the four clips, and it is hinged on the side here, so 4 clips, pulls out like that. And what we do, we feed the cable down into this little panel here, and then I'll show you what we do after that. I'm going to take this panel out, which is just hooked at the top, pull off at the bottom, and slide it down. So it's hooked at the top, clipped at the bottom, and then we've got access to these little bolts here that we can use for an earth point. So that's the wiring all tucked in there. So what I've done on a nice little, any bolt that's going into metal is normally a relatively good earth. All I've done there is a 10mm nut. Just loosen that off, stick the earth cable behind it, all this cable in there, and then the positive lead is going to come through behind into where the fuse box is. Now obviously this is the piggyback adapter you're going to use. All you do, supplied 2 amp fuse is going to go into the top one where the cable comes out. That goes off and creates a new circuit for your camera. And then the fuse that we're going to use is that big yellow 20 right in the centre of the screen there. It's fuse number 52. It is for the cigarette lighter socket. I have checked on the car and it is ignition on, so it will turn on when the ignition's on, turn off when the ignition's off. So all you're going to do is pull that fuse out, stick it into the bottom there, and then put this one back in there, and then that is basically the wiring done, and we can just test that it all works. At the end of the video, hopefully it was helpful. I made a slight mistake at the beginning. It's the 8Y, not the 8V, the model, but it doesn't matter. It's exactly the same. I think the only difference is the fuse is in a different location. I think it's like an F20 as opposed to the 52 socket. Like I say, this works for the A3, RS3, S3 this is the hatchback, which is obviously a little bit extra cabling. It works for the saloon as well. It's just a little bit easier for the rear view camera. Any questions, comments, obviously please put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I've got a few more videos coming up, so please like and subscribe to the channel. I will put a link in the description to the tools that I used. Realistically, all you need is a panel tool and a 10mm spanner, but I will put links in there, and the camera and kit itself. Like I say, the camera, the cabling and the memory card at the moment, using some discounts and that I put in for the Amazon, it was £150, which is a lot cheaper than it is in the shops. So I'll put that on there. Hopefully it's useful, and I'll see you in the next video.